And then... Okay, what are you feeling?
I don't know what I'm feeling. I've not had a second to myself in 4 days, and I recharged by like...
5 days, technically.
5 days? I don't even know what day it is. I recharged by being by myself, so it's like...
Okay, so you're an introvert? You recharge?
No, I'm like right in the middle.
Yeah.
So like I love being around people, but then need my alone time, and then go be around people, and I need my alone time, and like there's no alone time here.
How much alone time will you need to recover from Survival Challenge?
Well, I have the plane ride, because then I get home and my kids are there.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Are you hoping for some delays?
Yeah, that would be lovely. No, sorry, Noah. Sorry.
Oh, the plane is delayed.
I'm sorry. I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, I like the bug on you.
Oh.
Okay, so you said, that's like really cool. You said close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar. You win some, you lose some.
How close did you feel to winning this game?
I felt if it was a final 3, I would have won. But then when we got to the 4 immunity challenge, and he did not say this is your final immunity challenge, we started thinking about, okay, and I would have done vote 5 differently if we had known that, probably.
What would you have done?
That's what, so the girls, you probably could tell, we were sticking together, and so it was just going to be the movement majority, and the other 2 wanted Devontae, I wanted Sebastian, and we should have voted Sebastian, I think. I would have had a better chance of winning. But it's all hindsight because you don't know what the challengers will be. Like, I was better at the mental ones, he was better at the physical ones. So,
yeah,
you just don't know.
Yeah, so that final 3 challenge on the beam, holding it, you know, I had this, some of us in the audience were just like, do her hands hurt from the fire making challenge?
Yes, I cut myself and I popped a blister and my arm was just tired. And so, yeah, it hurt.
And so your arm hit the beam?
And my arm hit the beam and I was already because you only could press, so your arm's already shaky. And it wasn't happening. That's okay. It wasn't my feet. It was like the arms.
It was just literally...
Yeah, and I don't think I had my knee, like, I don't think I fully was like, oh, you can like wrap your knees kind of around the pole. There was no law against that. I was like trying to hold myself on my arms. But by that point we had started and there was like...
It's like one of those things where it's an endurance challenge, but we want the endurance challenge to last 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And you should do that on day 1 because people would have more endurance.
Oh, I know, right? Okay. So let's step back a little bit and talk about your strategy and your gameplay. And we could talk about the merge, we could talk about the whole game, but like you know, are like, you know, the fallen angel, the robbed goddess, the final 3 boot, you know, like you could have won.
I could have won.
Like how did you get to almost nearly the end, and why would you have won? What was your pitch at Final Tribal? If you were there, like why did you deserve this win? How did you earn it?
I think I had kind of like an idea of what a lot of people were doing at once. And I feel like I was very good at getting people to do what I wanted by kind of like getting them to suggest ideas and make it be their idea. Because I didn't want to be the one to throw out someone's name, but I can be the one to lead you to get to the name that I want. And I think I was good at that. I think I was just social connections. Like I just really like being with people and learning their stories. And more than one person came to me and said, like, Imir, like on night 1, he said, like, I would love to go to the end with you. I didn't respond. I was just like, thanks. But he took that to mean that it would be the same thing. I guess that's lie by omission. Sorry. And then just with some other things too, it was just connections with people. And I think that's what kept me and Melissa. Melissa was my number 1 from the beginning. We wanted girls to be at the end, specifically a mom. So I'm very happy that Shauna won. I think our kids will be very proud when they watch this. But I don't know what I was saying.
No, it's okay.
What was I saying?
Well, yeah, your strategy, you know,
Yeah.
you have the social connection.
Yeah, so social connections was a big part of my strategy. And also not, like, I didn't know how, like, you don't know how you're going to do it, these challenges. You don't have them at your house. I mean, you could, I guess, in theory. But I've been practicing. Before this, I was like doing really hardcore workouts. I was reading interpersonal communication books and books by ex-FBI agents about body language and lying.
Okay, tell me more specifically. What did you learn? Any specific things that you applied about body language or interpersonal? Like, what was like something you came in and did?
Yeah, well, I mean, I told myself because I mean, this book had so much info in it. I was like, nah, okay, remember 3 things that you can take with you. And one of them was that, like, if someone wants to be elsewhere and they're not, like, being quite truthful, they'll have their torso, like, turned towards you, but their feet will be, like, turned away. Which I tested that theory at home, and I was talking to a friend, and she was turned away, and I was like, Anna, do you want to be somewhere? And she was like, actually, I wanted to ask Liz a question before she left. And I was like, this is amazing. And then just about like kind of lying tells. And those are the ones that I needed to make sure I didn't do when I had to lie to someone. Like play with my neck or like do this kind of thing or like touch your forehead or anything like that. Just so because most people are watching your face. They're not watching your arms, which are the major, And so that kind of thing. And then I reread How to Win Friends and Influence People and just listen and get people to say yes. It's a lot harder for them to get to say no once they've already said yes. You can like lead them to the answer that you want. And just that sort of thing.
Influence queen. I love it. Boston Raw, Boston Beth. Okay, well, speaking of nicknames, us in the audience, some production, some audience, we've loved your performance at the Final Four fire making. My goodness. When you were blowing that fire, it's audible. Everybody in the audience, everybody on the live feed could hear the and that got you the win. So we're calling you Beth the Magic Dragon, Beth Mother of Dragons.
I like that one.
Dragon Mother.
Hilarious.
Tell us all about Final Four fire making.
Well, first of all, I am so glad it shook down that way because at first we were all just going to vote for Devontae because with his idol play and just his social connections, I was like, I can't sit next to him. And I feel like it's a chance I have to take. I have to beat Sebastian if it's a final 3, then I felt like it was my win. If it was me, Sebastian, and Shauna. Who knows what it would have been. But so when he did that, and I thought that was the greatest decision he could have made. It let Devontae go out on his own terms and, just to decide which one of us would go on. So I thought that was really neat.
And how did you feel winning it?
Oh my gosh. I've literally spent all last week practicing. I gave myself blisters. Literally in the driveway of my house, like a hobo, I'm starting little fires because it's Colorado, so I don't have like a fire pit because everything is dry. And in Colorado, everything is dry. So you scrape on some magnesium and you go, and it's like, woo, and you have a fire. And then here, everything is wet and it was a different type of flint and everything. So
the practice paid off though.
But then I think the blowing part actually, like I know that you blow on a fire and make it go, but like Phil was like a bellows at that fire. Like he would just get it roaring. And so I was like, I gotta blow on it.
You picked it up from him?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. What an epic moment. And your win. I got to show you. I have the video of when you stumbled back. I don't even know if you remember that. I got to show you.
Okay.
It's great. So let's take outside of strategy, outside of gameplay, this survival challenge. Okay, the survival challenge strategy as a whole. Sorry, I got distracted. I was being too loud.
That's good.
The survival challenge experience.
Yes.
You got cast forever ago.
Yes.
You got cast years ago. right? And
Yeah.
like you've been wanting
Last
to
year.
play this.
Yeah. I've been wanting to play it since I heard about it. It just wasn't the right time.
And, like
Yeah.
I mean, I've known your name for years, being on planning team. I've known about this woman who wants to play, and the timing's not working out, and you had to back out, and you're back here. You're here, and you finished third place.
Yeah.
How has this experience been for you? Was it what you expected? Are you surprised with how you did? All that.
First of all, it exceeds my expectations. Like, I knew it was going to be. I've seen some of the videos, so I knew that like there were legit challenges and everything. But just the sleeping on the ground, spooning with strangers to stay warm. Like, I've never had to do that before. Very random. And you know, it was dumb because I actually listened to your podcast where you were like, "Oh, we're gonna have life-changing experiences," and I was kind of like the same. I'm like, "Oh, it'll be fun, and then I'll go home, and like I won't." But I kind of want to come back. Like, it was so much fun, and you really just get to know people on a different level. Am I being too loud again?
No, you're right. I was So wait, so like just like me, I was like, ooh, life-changing experiences.
Yeah.
Did you have a life-changing experience?
I don't know if a life-changing experience, but coming in, like, I was so nervous the couple days before the game because I'm not used to doing things outside my comfort zone. Like, I'm very much a comfort zone person, which is not a good place always to be. And so my word of the year this year actually was discomfort. And in everything I've been trying to do, it's been like step out. If it, like, whether it's when I'm on the bike or whether it's like, I don't know, making a phone call that I have to make or having a conversation I don't really want to have. It's like trying to get past that. And so this was really, like, this was a big part of that. And just to like come into it not knowing if I would fail, because I'm not used to failing a lot at things. I did exceed my expectations. I kind of didn't want to get to the end because I didn't want to have to like eloquate about like why you should vote for me. I mean,
Discomfort.
Yes, but that's how you win, obviously. But like my ultimate goal was to make the jury. But then once I did that, I was like, no, we're not. That's not the ultimate goal anymore. The ultimate goal now is to make it to tomorrow. And then the ultimate goal, 6? No, I want to get to 5. And like 3 is pretty good. 3 is pretty good. It was the final 3. It just wasn't the final. So it's okay.
I love it. Thanks for spending all this time talking about, we went like 12 minutes long. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I loved hearing all your thoughts, and that was great. Thank you so much.